So I was so excited to get this Ilajoy EY 1600 watt solar panel multimeter, and it comes with some leads with alligator clips on them, or it comes with the MC4 connectors on the end. I used this for about 10 solar panels and it crapped out. So not even a half hour. I've been using this multimeter for over 2 years. They're about the same price. I would highly suggest you get the multimeter rather than this, because they don't last very long. You can only basically use these on one solar panel. If you try to put two in series, you're going to fry it. If it's like 30 some, it only goes up to 60 volts on the input on this. So if you have, like I do, 250 watt solar panels that are like 37.6 IMAX voltage, then, and even when I had this where the sun was barely hitting and it was only doing like 25 watts, but it was showing like 32 volts. So with 32 volts on this, and I hook up two of them in parallel or in series, it fried the meter. Just, you can only use this for one solar panel. I wouldn't suggest using it for more. Now, the one thing that I noticed was with this, it was showing me when I had the solar panel standing straight up at the right angle with the sun at 7 o'clock in the morning, I was getting close to 200 watts on the one that was standing almost straight up. But on those solar panels over there, I was only getting like 35, 40 watts. The other thing was I was getting around 6 amps on this at close to 200 watts. And in reality, this will actually kind of show you the solar panel. But when I actually hook up the meter over here and I look at the voltage on it, this shows like around 34, where this shows around 37 to 38. This shows like 3.6 amps. This shows like 6 amps. When I actually look what I'm getting in my inverter, it's a lot closer to the reading on this than it is on this. So I wouldn't count on what this is saying that you're getting as the output on your solar panel that you're going to get into your inverter and then out of your inverter. I would go with the reading that you have on this. It's going to be a lot closer. When you actually add up, like I have all 8 of those in series. You can't use this meter to check that, because you're exceeding the voltage on it. You can only go like 0 to 60 volts. Those are 37.6 volts on every one of those. So if you go 36.6, 36.6, you're at 73.2 volts just on 2 of those. You'll fry this thing. As we're with this, you can use this to check your voltage when you have all of those in series. In fact, I have those 10 400 watt bifacials with a possibility of up to 500 watt per panel. So that means you could get up to 5,000 watts under perfect conditions. I was able to use the multimeter, but I would not be able to use this. I could use it for one solar panel, but that's it. And for the fact that you got to pay close to like 90 bucks for one of these, and this was only 40 to 60 bucks, and this will probably last me a lifetime. Just change the battery. I think it has a 9-volt battery in this. But you can check your solar panels to see if you're getting your voltage and amps out of this. You know, it was, when I was using this over there, it was saying that I was getting 1 amp out of like 30 watts, which is, you can't get that. As where this over here was showing me that I was getting like 0.3 amps and My voltage was around 30, 34, 35. So I was really disappointed in this, that it failed so quickly. And it's like I said, it was showing on the solar panel 200 watts at 30. Sometimes it was exceeding what the voltage said in the back. It was only supposed to go up to 37.6. This was going up to like 38.3 showing on this. As we're with this, I've never been able to get over the 37.6. So I think the multimeter is a much better fit for checking your solar panels. And then you can also do the short circuit. You know, that's what you're doing, is basically shorting out this thing when you do a closed loop on this to get a read off of this. You're going to get a lot closer on this. I mean, it's fun to see the watts on this, but it really isn't realistic of what you are getting out of it, as where this is. This was saying like 4 amps at 36, so at 72, that's 144 watts. As where this was saying I was getting 200 watts out of a 250 watt solar panel. When I go and I look at what I'm getting in my inverter when I multiply all the things, it's much closer to the reading I'm getting off of the amps coming in or the volts coming in compared to this. If I were to take this for each solar panel and multiply it, it would be way over what the actual inverter is saying is coming in. But see, you can't check that with this. I can't have 8 of those solar panels, 8 of those 250 watt poly panels in series and check it with this. So to me, it's not really worth the money. Get yourself a multimeter clamp on that's got AC and DC on it. Not all of them come with a DC. You have to specifically look to see if you can do DC amps on this. They'll do AC amps on a lot of them, but you want to look for the ones that do DC amps, so you can check that with the meter. And you can do 1 or you can do 10 solar panels with this. I actually did have that 24 panel, 250 watt, 24 of those for 6,000 watts. And I'm able to put this multimeter on there and check the voltage, the DC voltage, and the DC amps on that. So very big disappointment on this. I was really looking forward to it. I'm glad I got the warranty on it. But do yourself a favor if you want to check and see if the panels are good. This is very misleading, as where this is going to give you a much better on what you're actually putting out of the panel. So anyways, I just want to do a quick video on that. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and see you in the next video. Hope you have a truly wonderful and extremely blessed day.